Evening guys, thanks for tuning in. What are we on today? November the 30th and Friday, and it's about 8 p.m. One of my followers, one of my subscribers, a guy called Chris Barber, I've just discovered today that he's actually built this kit, the 35th scale Dora. I have never seen this kit built. I have never known anyone who's built this kit. I have never even known anyone who started it and put it back in the box. So fair play to him. In fact, thinking about it, I don't think I know anybody else has ever even bought it. So if he's local, I might ask him if I can go and see it, because I've never seen one of these built and I would love to. Anyway, he happened to mention in my last video about the 35th scale kit, he mentioned that he had no painting guide for it and was looking for a painting guide. So I was like, when he said he built it, I was, wow, have you got the decal set for it? And he said, no, the kit comes with no decals. I don't have a painting guide for it, blah, blah, blah. So I thought I'd quickly do a very quick review of this. This is from Nordland Marble. I'm not sure what's going on. It's Nordland Models, but it's booby decals. So I don't know if one of them is their trade name and this is the manufacturer, or vice versa, but you can find these online anyway. They're available on eBay. You can see it was produced in May 2008, and you can see the number here is 55012L. It comes in your typical sort of, Edard HGW kind of bag with the resealable end, but I took it out of the bag because of the reflectivities. I always struggle with this, and if I put it flat on the bench I still get the same problem with the reflectivity. So yeah, I'll bring this up so you can read this. And this is talking about the camouflage you can see in the areas here that it was witnessed with, and obviously the photographs were black and white, so they're trying to see, was it yellow or was it white. I've seen these in the Gerhard Taub book that I'm going to talk about in another video, and yeah, there certainly was this camouflage, and the trains that pulled it says here the D311 trains that moved it around and put the loaders in place and everything, or the ammunition, should I say, in place. They certainly had this as well in a stake-like pattern, which you can find online. There's lots of information about this gun. So yeah, I thought I'd do it because the kit doesn't come with decals, unfortunately. He obviously doesn't realise these exist, so I thought I just gave him a shout out in that video and said basically, keep your eyes open. This is coming your way. So yeah, this is for you, Chris. Enjoy. And we can turn it over here. We can see some more information, some more talking about the camouflage that was witnessed. Obviously, trying to make it look like it was in amongst the bushes or something. And also, for the loaders, and then you've got these are the vertical loaders here. This is where the loading is carried out, and this is obviously the gun from an aerial view. And there's some more words there if you want to pause and read those. So yeah, all quite interesting stuff. They're also giving you there's the references for where they get information from, which should be interesting. At the top you can see there, Gerhard Taub, Deutsche Eisbahn-Geschütz Motorbung Verlag Special, Special, whatever. That's this is book. It's incredible if you're going to build this kit. Okay, so what we get in this set is this this glossy cover page. You've seen the front and the back of that, and then moving in here we get this. There's a lot of instructions to go with it, and it's giving you up here. It's telling you how the set was made and everything, and how it was created. And really, you do need some references for using this to make your own mind up. How and what you're going to use, or you can just use it all. So getting into the beginning here, this is the model broken down into its separate parts, and they've given everything a letter to show you the location that they're talking about. So here we are, we come down here to A. This is the engine house, so it's telling you the engine house is A, so that's what it's saying. This is what we're looking at, and then we've got 4 times B, which is the end of the rail car. So that gives you a general flow of how things are going to go here. So yeah, so they're telling you that the decals here go on A, the decals here go on B, and so forth. So you've got the front rail cars here, or should I say, this is the front outer rail car. Well, front outer rail car, front inner rail car, rear outer rail car, rear inner rail car, and then you've got here which you call the subcarriers. So we've got the outer, inner, outer, inner, outer front, inner front, outer rear. So that's the way it goes. And they've actually drawn this correctly. If you look at the kit instructions, that's wrong. And that's the way it goes. So turning over the page, we've done A, B, we go straight into C, which is the loaders, and then it's telling you front, rear, and that's how they go on there. This thing was labelled up, you know, typical sort of, just like we do today, everything is labelled up to make it operable by you know, pretty much anyone with minimum training, I guess, because, you know, there are so many people involved in this project. So yeah, now we're looking at the front rail cars. I know this is front because it says Vorn, 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 and Vorn is German for front. And unfortunately, if you look at the Hobby Boss kit, on the front and the rear, they've got Vorn. So obviously, the Chinese, well, the Hobby Boss people didn't realise that Vorn meant front. So they've put Vorn on the front, Vorn on the back. So I'm wondering if anybody's done an upgrade set for that kit in 72nd scale, so you can actually put the correct decals on. But if not, I'm sure there's something I can find off a Leopold or something. So yeah, these are the subcarriers for the front. And then these are the subcarriers for the rear. You can see that there's a lot of decals going on here. But, you know, if you look in the books, you look at your references, these things were plastered in these decals, and they're all white against that dark grey background. And then we've got the support brackets either side. These are on the front. This is obviously the front side. This is the rear side. So they still say front, even though it's the rear of the front. And remember, all this stuff came in on separate railway wagons, so it had to be labelled and identifiable. So here are the rail cars. These should actually be 2 lots of 5 axles instead of 1 lot of 10, but more on that in another video. And then again, we've got all these stencils here. We've got the forward. So this will be the outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner, I'm guessing. So yeah, all these stencils all over here. It's going to be quite fun fitting all those on. Get your microsole and set ready. And then there's the 4th one, if you like, although it should be the 8th, but never mind. Then we've got the actual main bridge for the gun, or the mount for the gun. And you've got all these decals going in here, which are going to be all labels explaining what everything is, how to use it. And then going on to page 6, we've got decals for the actual recoil mechanism on the breech. This is the rear frame, the frame that keeps the two parts apart. I'm not sure what these are. Let's have a quick look. On here we've got Q and R. Q and R. Well, it says on there that Q here, it says it's the inside of the gun mount. I can't see that. There must be a panel that fits inside of something. I don't recognise the shape of the part. So that's that one, and we've already looked at that. And then moving along here, upside down, page 7, we've got some more going on the back of the breech. I don't know if this is something they used to write as they fired it or whatever. Then we've got the manufacturer's name here. More stencils going on with all the controls. This is going to be the outside of both. I know that for a fact because there's none of this detail on the inside. And then the decals themselves there. Oh no, there is some decals for the outside and the inside. Maybe they're showing you the actual detail that's supposed to be there. So yeah, more on that. If you watch there's an upcoming video which I haven't even started on yet. I've done all the research for it, and it's telling you about what's missing in the kit, what's right in the kit, what's wrong in the kit, and I'm looking at all 3. So here we go on to the actual decals themselves. They're printed by Tally Ho in the Czech Republic. I'm not aware of ever using their decals before. I'm not sure what they're like, but as they're the only game in town, they're going to have to work. But they look extremely thin. I'm not even going to comment on register because they're just white, although we've got some here which are black and white, and they do look pretty well centered on there. So Whether they're legible or not, I don't know. I certainly can't read it because I can't really read German. And they're white decals on a white background, so which doesn't help. But you can see for yourself there how clear they are. They're pretty good. Another small sheet here. What I'm not sure is if these are corrections for the main sheet. It looks like they probably are, because here on the main sheet we've got 4. This is number 4, and then here we've got the corrections for 4, 5, 6 and 7. So I'm assuming they're corrections, or they after they made this main sheet they discovered we need 2 of each of those. So we'll look into that. But yeah, we've got 36. 36 is going to be down here. Yeah, there's 36. They look exactly the same. So looking here, 36 and 36. So it's probably the case of they discovered they needed 4, or there's 4 there as an option to use. So yeah, but they are very, very thin. They kind of look like cartograph quality. They're not shiny and they're not matte. I'm hoping they go down really, really well. You need a gloss coat under them, obviously. Some people say don't bother, but because it's all just words, there's a lot of carrier film and a lot of opportunities for silvering, so it's worth a gloss coat where these are going. Not worth the risk, and not worth the risk in trying without, should I say. I don't know if you can see, there's some Roman numerals there for you to choose from, and then lots more writing. I'll just give you a quick look around the sheet, really. And there you go. So yeah, all in all, I think for what it costs, I think it's about £25. Yeah, I think it's well worth the money because of what it does. I mean, you can imagine all this. This is quite large. You can see my finger there. It's quite large, the writing you get on the side of the subordinates and that. So yeah, so there we have it. That is the Dora 1/35th scale decal set from Nordland Models, or Booby Decals, whoever they are. And then yeah, look it up if you've built this kit. I recommend getting them because I think it makes all the difference. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell, and don't forget to look in and see some more reviews and builds and stuff. So bye bye.